Assalamualaikum to Dr. Rezianna and my fellow friends. My name is Susanna binti Henry. My matrix number is 2017358557. In this video, me and my group members will be explain the summary of our report discussion. In summary of the report, it is about the financial fair play, which is a hot topic in the world of football right now. FFP was established to prevent professional football clubs from spending more from what they earn to succeed and to face financial difficulties that could jeopardize their long-term survival. Our group focused on Manchester City, here who recently breached from financial fair play. Over the past 5 years, with the coming of their current manager Pep Guardiola, Manchester City in spending spree in the transfer windows, buying players with huge amount of sum which is around 1 billion euros and spending 500 million euros only to defenders. Later on, Football League said that Manchester City had used overpriced sponsorship and backdoor contract. Here's the chronology of the problems.
My name is Elidra Dania binti Dani Yusun. My matrix number is 2017351217. In May 2016, Manchester City has been charged with failure to maintain balance between income and expenditure and with a deficit which exceeded by the limit of 30 million euros. It was by $34 million at current exchange rate. City decided in May 2014 to deduct a conditional fine of 60 million euros from European market revenues. Later, in a statement, the former Premier League champions made it clear they had reluctantly agreed UEFA's ruling and would not push the case further. In November 2018, a wide-ranging analysis entitled Football Leagues, released by a group of European newspapers, primarily German Der Spiegel magazines, disclosed that, among other tactics, Manchester City had used overpriced sponsorships and backdoor contracts to mass subsidies to sidestep financial fair play by its shareholder, Sheikh Mansour, the Vice Prime Minister, United Arab Emirates. The reports reported that the club was funded by Sheikh Mansour, which includes Etihad, the Emirates Airlines, with euro 127.5 million. In March 2019, soon after the Spiegel's claims, UEFA launched an investigation into possible violations of the FFP regulations in Manchester City. The potential punishments range from a reprimand to ban for Manchester City in European competitions. City dismissed the allegations as false. Minutes after UEFA said it would look into the matter, but the Premier League club welcomed the investigations and insisted they had done nothing wrong. In November 2019, since UEFA had not made a final decision on the matter and had paved the way from a judiciary chamber to determine whether to sanction the settlements, CS ruled the city's appeal to be inadmissible. February 2020, for the following two seasons, 2020 and 2021 until 2022, UEFA Adjudicatory Chamber disqualified cities in its financial statement for 2012 until 2016 from European competition for serious financial fair play breaches. The former English champions were also fined 30 million euros. In July 2020, the CAS lifted the ban, finding that most suspected violations identified by the adjudicatory chamber were either not decided or prohibited on time. It said that many of the suspected offences could not be prosecuted under the 5 years limitation rule of UEFA. CAS argued that while City has obstructed the UEFA investigations, it over-regulated the serious breach of the funding, dishonest hiding. The only penalty for Manchester City was a fine of 10 million euros to be paid to UEFA.
Example of other FFP breach. Malaga FC from Spain was barred for the following 4 seasons from 2013 until 2016 from playing in the UEFA for a year, provided that an appeal against the ban was not issued. Malaga has been disciplined the most severely. During the 4-season effect, Malaga was also suspended for 1 year because it was not claimed that no unpaid payment had been obtained by 31st March 2013 and that it was fined euro 200 million. Yet, because they met at 31st March 2013 deadline, Malaga avoided a 2-stage suspension. Another example our group wants to show you is Besiktas Buspador ban from Turkey. On 13 May 2020, UEFA refused for the 2012 and until 2013 European season to grant a license to Besiktas and Bursaspor if it was eligible for the period 5 years. It was provisionally suspended another season. The two clubs were first barred from the review of the UEFA licensing law in 2010 by UEFA. Because FFP is only completely in effect in 2013, both clubs split FFP rather than UEFA club licensing.
We assume that FFP main issue is the punishment that is not sufficiently heavy. Club like Manchester City or PSG from France are willing to invest extra money because the worst is a massive fine. A fine is not, however, a concern for the concern for the weightless of Euro. They are more than happy to pay a fee of 15 million. I think 15 million because it ensure both at home and in the Champions League. Maybe it will require a stronger motivation. We will hit the elite in Euro and damage them. Dedication for point will probably encourage club not to breach FFP. A dedication for point will probably encourage club not to breach FFP rules. As a large enough point, the education will not allow teams like City or PSG France to earn their legal in a reasonable way. The trophies really matter, and each time UEFA took that into account with respect to recent FFP rules.
I'm Muhammad Syaril. base ID matrix number 2017908829. Today I would like to make an conclusion about discussion on Manchester City recent financial fair play bench. Okay, every football club, no matter top club or lower club across the world, should be aware of the rules of the participating of club that is worth billion with a massive punishment should be not getting away with a fine only because they will not discourage to obey the rules that are set by the football association. As for Manchester City, they got away from the Champions League ban because of the corporate during the investigation and give evidence to support them from being banned from a Champions League football. But we aware that UEFA will not give any mercy in the future in case the club will violate the rules that's seen by them. So that's all. Thank you.